Good afternoon. Welcome to Thriving Tuesdays, moments of encouragement. Or we may have a little delay today in the lineup of the audio and the visual. We have some weather brewing, and sometimes that makes it not quite line up. So prayerfully, we'll be okay, and we're going to go on and get started so that we do not find ourselves in that place. I love it too. That's why the the legal version of it's been my theme. I keep working trying to think of a theme song for Thriving Tuesdays, but this encouraging ourselves is important. And you keep encouraging yourself on this journey. Good to see you, Mr. Blackman. Hey, Miss Lucy. All right, we're going to go on and get started. Today, we want to talk about the importance of accentuating the positive. And what does that really mean? It's an old song. It said, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. And all it really was trying to get in that 40s when it came out initially was for people to focus on those things which were good. Remember, the 40s were full of war-torn situations. They found themselves in a space where there was a lot of negativity that was going on in the world, a lot of pain, a lot of struggle. And this song just reminded them that there were still some things to be grateful for, still some things to be happy about, still some things that brought light in dark situations. And so my encouragement for us today is that, yes, when we look around us, there's an awful lot for us to be able to discuss and to call out in its negativity. But that's what the world does. It's important for us to be able to find light, even in the darkness, even if that light just has to be us. And that light that is within us that shines on the outside of us allows us to show the positive lights, even when darkness is the norm. You don't have to go far to find negative. But that's the easy thing. It's easy to find negative. It's why Jesus said it's easy to love those who love you. But it's much more difficult to love those who don't mean you any good. But in order for us to walk in that light, we have to be able to reach beyond what we feel on the surface, reach beyond that angst and that anger, and remember that there's always something, if we search for it, that will bring us a level of positivity. I'll often tell you, when we say brighten up, there's a bright side somewhere. Don't you rest until you find it. And so we can't rest until we are able to find something that's positive, even in the worst of times. And where we are now is not where we're headed. So if we can't find positivity right now, as we continue this journey that is of what is going on and what's going to happen, we will find ourselves slipping into the abyss. And we've got to be careful that we don't slip into darkness, because it seems to be some insurmountable situations. Remember that when we accentuate the positive, we eliminate the negative. That means that the lens that we look through must be the lens that God prepares for us. God has asked us to look through. And God does not expect us to look through the lens with rose-colored glasses. God wants us to look at reality, but have the faith to believe. The faith to believe that what we see is not the final word, because God is in control of it if we let God. There's something about this free will thing that some of us want to ignore and act like it doesn't exist. But let me tell you something. Every day we wake up, we make a choice. We make a choice how we're going to love. We make a choice how we're going to treat people. We make a choice how we're going to face the day. We make a choice. And when we choose to look, through a lens that is positive, then we are able to not only feel the positivity inside, but we're able to radiate positivity to others. Every day that we awaken, there's something that wants to take our mind to that which is negative. But in our text today, in our the text that we're using today is Philippians 4:8. And in it are 8 disciplined ways to think. Thinking, as a man thinketh, so is that person. As a person thinketh, so is he. She, they, whatever it is that you identify. When you think a particular way, that is who we are. So Paul gives us a list of 8 disciplines, 8 categories for healthy thinking. Not stinking thinking, but healthy thinking. And that those things are to look at whatever's true, what's ever pure, what's ever commendable, what's ever excellent, what's ever worthy of praise. When we look at those things, when we look for those things, we usher positivity into our souls. Does that mean that there aren't some things that are false, some things that are dishonorable, some things that are unjust, some things that are impure? No, it doesn't. But it means that if we're going to make it, we can't concentrate, we can't focus on those things. We have to consecrate our minds. Bring our minds under subjection and ask God to continually show us the good things. The good things. Well, before I finish, let me speak to everybody. Hey, Aunt Bert. Hey, my joy. Hey, sunshine. Glad you're here. You all go on and push this out, go on and share it, because we're living in a country where the negativity is everywhere. And if we're going to be the guardians of light, ambassadors of light, if you will, then we have got to not only focus on good things ourselves, but we've got to encourage others to do the same. So as you go today, as you finish this day, as you look forward to what God would have you do on tonight and on tomorrow, remember to ask God to show you light, to show you ways to lift someone up, to show you ways to see life through a different lens, to show you ways to be the light that someone else can look at and see it differently. Dinah Hamilton, hi, how are you? So listen. Accentuate positivity. Let it shine. Let it be the brightness. Let it be your focus. There's enough wrong that we could stay there and find ourselves wading in the water of despair. But God has called us to be light in darkness, because we were once in darkness, but the light came, right? And God promises to make the darkness light before us. So if we believe that, then we have to accentuate. We have to focus on. We have to walk in. We have to navigate life in positive ways so that our faith comes before everything and guides us and leads us to a place where we can be the guardians of positivity. May God bless you and keep you on today. Think on good things, even when it's easier to focus on the bad. Accentuate the positive and be encouraged. See you soon.